biological catalysts, they are all the proteins. Storage and in transport mechanism, that is hemoglobin acts as a protein. Also, proteins acts as the defense antibodies. Hormone, insulin is an protein. Ligaments and arteries, they are mainly formed by the elastin protein. Muscle. Proteins in the muscle respond to nerve impulses by changing the packing of their molecules. Hair, nails and skin. Keratin is a protein that acts as the main component. Majority of protein are compact and highly convoluted molecules. Each polypeptide assumes at least three levels of structural organization termed as primary, secondary and tertiary structure. Proteins which possesses more than one polypeptide chain in their molecule also possess a fourth structure called quaternary structure. Chemistry of protein structure: primary, which are assembly; secondary, which are folding in type; tertiary, which are packed; and quaternary, they are interactive in nature. Primary structure: the sequence of amino acid residues along the peptide is called primary structure of the peptide. It also includes the determination of the number of amino acid residues in a peptide chain. It shows whether the peptide chain is open, cyclic, or branched. Primary structure is linear, ordered, and one-dimensional. The return from amino end to the carboxyl end, that is N to C. Secondary structure. Primary structure shows that peptides are quite straight and extended. X-rays diffraction on protein crystals shows that polypeptide chain end to twist or coil upon themselves. The folding of the polypeptide chain into specific coiled structure held together by H bonds is called secondary structure of protein. Secondary structures may take one of the following form. They are alpha, helical in nature; beta pleated sheets; loop or coil conformation; or supersecondary motifs. Alpha helical structure. It is a clockwise rod-like spiral shape formed by interchain hydrogen bonding between C double bond O group of each amino acid and NH2 group that is present 4 residue ahead. Protein have great strength and elasticity. It can be easily stretched due to tight coiling. Beta pleated sheath: 5 to 10 amino acid in the structure line up side by side just like a sheath of cloth that can be folded again and again. Hydrogen bond present between the peptide strands, that is interstrand. This form is fully expanded and can't be further stretched, and they are inelastic. Loop or coil for conformation, present mainly in globular proteins. Connect to alpha helix or beta sheath, present in those areas where bend is required. Supersecondary motifs, they are present in globular protein. This structure form when two beta pleated sheaths are connected to each other by an alpha helix. For example, beta, alpha, beta supersecondary motif. Tertiary structure. The tertiary structure means the overall conformation of a polypeptide chain. Myoglobin chain is when fully extended, its length is 20 times than its width. X-ray diffraction shows that its structure is just like a football, that is globular in nature. The globular structure is due to folding and refolding. Quaternary structure, it is formed by those proteins having more than one peptide chain subunit. Each peptide have its own primary, secondary and tertiary structure. The number and arrangement of the overall structure of the peptide subunit is called quaternary structure. For example, the structure of hemoglobin. Classification based on the shape, depending upon the axial ratio of the protein, are classified into two types. They are globular and fibrous protein. Globular protein, the axial ratio is less than 10, spheroid or ovoid in shape. Enzymes are mostly globular in shape, subdivided into two types of protein, that is albumins, which are water soluble in nature, and globulin, that are soluble in dilute salt solution. Fibrous protein, the axial ratio is more than 10. Long thread-like molecule, their helical strands mainly form fibers. These proteins are insoluble in water. They form the structure of the tissue, present where support is required. Examples are collagen, elastin, and keratin. Classification based on function. Catalytic protein, these are enzymes which may be simple or conjugated. Example, alkaline phosphatase and alanine transaminase. Regulatory or hormonal protein, many proteins and peptide acts as hormones. Example, insulin and growth hormones. Structural protein, they contribute to the structure of the tissue. Examples are collagen and elastin. Transport proteins, they serve to carry substances. Examples, transferrin that carries iron, hemoglobin that carries oxygen. Immune proteins, they serve in defense mechanism. Examples, immunoglobulin IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD and IgE. Contractile protein, they takes part in the muscle contraction. Example, actin and myosin. Genetic protein, proteins present in the combination with nucleic acid. Example, histone protein. Storage proteins, to store protein for nutritional purposes. Example, casein in milk and gliadin in wheat. Thank you.